You know what? When we hunt and fish, and a lot of people who farm or do a lot of things outside, the most important thing you do every morning is get up and watch the weather. And the evening, you want to see what it's going to do the next day, the next day, and the next day if you're outside a lot. So we're here at Channel 18 today to talk to Bill Meck.
And now, Chief Meteorologist Bill Meck.
I know your job. First of all, you got a cool job.
I do.
But have you ever had somebody send you a genuinely nasty email saying that you were responsible for ruining their weekend?
Yes. And it happens more often than you even care to think about. You know?
Really?
I mean, it's kind of fun to, you know, thank you for bringing us the nice sunny day today. It's like, well, I didn't have a whole lot to do about it, but thank you. But yeah, the flip side of that is when, you know, a forecast miss, and yeah, they do miss once every 2 or 3 months. I'll miss something. You believe 3 weeks, 2, 3, okay. But yeah, every once in a while there's a forecast that busts badly.
Storms will be around, temperatures in the mid-60s, but they're dying off. Mid-80s tomorrow. By the time we get to Thursday, thunderstorm chances return in the afternoon.
Now, I've always been fascinated by this kind of stuff as well, but not to the level that you are.
Well, that's why you do what you do and I do what I do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When you're a kid, were you fascinated by these big weather events when you saw the big black clouds roll in the lightning?
Yeah.
Did that stir something in you?
Yeah, I'm the one who was out in the front yard looking up. You know, whenever the lightning was coming down, whenever, you know, the sky turned green.
Yeah.
Mr. Weather Radar now shows a tornado developing in northeastern Warren County. Let's take a look at it.
April 3rd, 74, I was in 4th grade.
The severe weather forecast is in effect and will remain in effect until 8 o'clock tonight.
I still remember when that storm was coming by, how black it got outside the school. And I went to my teacher, and her name was Mrs. Good, and I went, can I go watch the back, you know, watch the storm come by? It's like, no, you have to get down here with everybody else. These are actually my first weather books. I have had these since I was in 1st grade when I first
and that
started
was, what, 15, 16 years
ago?
ago?
At least, yeah. When I first started taking an interest in weather, my mom and dad got me these books. It started with books, and I started reading everything I could about weather, and this is what happens to you.
The hail today was amazing. It was incredible.
But what happens to geeks when we grow up? We get to do what we love to do.
That's a wonderful thing. I'm a hunting and fishing geek.
Yeah.
Things have changed so drastically from the days you started as far as equipment. Now, you couldn't used to look at something like this right here.
I mean, this was unheard of. I started back May 17th, 1984 was my first day on the air at WOI-TV in Des Moines, Iowa. But back then, we were literally paper maps, magic markers. The radar we had was what was called RADAC. And there were Weather Service radars that were scattered around the country. We could dial into those about once every 15, 20 minutes and get an image. That was it. Wow. And you know, now we have, you know, we have the MaxTrack Live Doppler here, which was the first high-powered radar that in central Kentucky. And you know, it has proven its worth time and again, where we get real time as it's happening. You know, we do literally play-by-play when severe weather's going on.
We are looking at one more severe thunderstorm. This one's in Mason and Lewis County.
All right, let's just talk shop over here for a minute. There you go. Look at this map right here.
I love talking shop.
Which, you know, like you say, you didn't have that until fairly recently.
Yeah, this is updating about every 5 minutes or so, and you know, we have it across the entire country. We're zoomed in, obviously, on the Ohio Valley here, and we're watching thunderstorm complexes. They form, they roll through. And this is a great tool for looking at things regional and kind of getting the big picture, and then we zoom in on them with the MaxTrack.
Now, here's the deal.
Yeah.
We're fishing Taylorsville tonight. Seriously, that's what we're doing tonight.
Tonight or today?
In the 5 o'clock range.
Okay. I think you will end up being okay at Taylorsville. I wouldn't push it much past 7 or 8.
On a big body of water like Kentucky Lake, I've seen it go from nice and calm, feel that breeze, and white capping in just a matter of a few minutes.
It can change very, very quickly. That's why you always have to be aware of what the weather situation is. Weather is the one part of a newscast that can kill you. I mean, it can change so fast. You have to know what the weather situation is before you head out. If it's a day where thunderstorms are a possibility, and in this day and age, you have every weather source available, you know, in the palm of your hand. You just need to know what's going on and be prepared, and don't take chances.
All right, Bill, I used to work with a guy and he'd take me out on the water. This was in my fisher's days. And he says, don't worry, you can't get struck by lightning on the water. This is for all you fishermen out there who may think that you're okay on a boat.
Wrong. Lightning is always looking for the easiest path getting down, and if you are standing up in a boat, you are now the tallest thing out there. You're in this big flat place, and you are the tallest thing there. It is looking for you.
you hear thunder in the distance. Yeah. Okay, you're in the tree stand, which is
not
a good
smart
place to be. You're in a metal tree stand, or you're on a lake.
Yeah.
When you see something coming, when you hear thunder, how far is that probably away?
Thunder is variable. I mean, how far you can hear it depends on the atmospheric conditions. If things are just right, you might be able to hear it 10 miles, maybe. Most times it's 5, and at that point, if you're hearing thunder, what I tell the kids and what I tell everyone, if you're hearing thunder, that means there is lightning somewhere nearby. It is time to get to shelter, and shelter is not a tree stand. Shelter is not out in the middle of a lake. Shelter is going to be in a permanent structure somewhere. Been watching this little area of showers that's out west of Bowling Green, a couple of sprinkles now coming down along 127, heading toward US 27 there in Somerset. Hi, Tim. Yeah, that.
What about that?
That right here.
Yeah, can you fix that?
You want that to go that way, right?
Make sure it stays out of here, so we're gonna be fishing right around your belly button.
Yeah, okay, well that's not a good place to fish.
Well, hey, you know what? Thank you so much
Tim,
for
it's my
taking time out. And tell our camera right there one more time, you're out there on the water fishing, you hear thunder, what do you need to do?
You get off the lake, you get to shelter, you don't stay out there on the water.
Don't stand out there with a graphite rod in your hand.
No, that would be an exceptionally bad idea.
Thanks so much, man, we appreciate it.
My pleasure, Tim.